Welcome back to our online class of social science. Today we are going to discuss our third chapter of class 9th in political science book, that is electoral politics. In this chapter we are going to discuss following contents. First, we will discuss definition of the election. We will discuss that what is an election. Then elections in Haryana, means one example is given in this chapter related to state legislative assembly election in Haryana. Then democratic ways of elections. What are the ways? Why do we need election? What is the requirement and necessity of election in our country? What makes an election democratic? Some of the steps which make an election democratic. Important terms, meanwhile glossary points which are necessary for us to understand before any definition. Is it good to have political competition in our country? We will discuss in this chapter. Demerits of electoral competition. Some merits and demerits are there in all the electoral competitions, so we will discuss about the demerits. Some ways of improvement, some opinions are there, suggestions are there. Then general election and by-election. This is the half part of the chapter. Next part of the chapter we will discuss in our another online class. So let's start with our first slide about the definition of elections. What is an election? So how we will define election? That a system or mechanism, a process by which people can choose their representatives, or people they choose their leaders at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. Meanwhile, it is a process, a mechanism in which people elect their leaders. They elect them for state legislative assemblies, for parliament, for Panchayati Raj system. On the regular intervals here it refers that in state legislative assemblies and parliament, means it is 5 years for state, for Lok Sabha, and 6 years for Rajya Sabha. Even in panchayats also it is of 5 years, and change them if they wish to do so. This is very important that in democratic elections, people they have choice to change their leaders. If leaders are not doing work as per the choice of the people, if they are not responsible and answerable to the people change them in a democracy. Here is the example of state election in Haryana. Means in state legislative assembly elections, what happened? One example is given in the chapter. So in 1982, political situation is shown in this chapter that in 1982, Congress party was the incumbent or ruling party. Ruling party means the party in power, incumbent party. That time, Chaudhry Devi Lal, one of the famous leader of Haryana, who is also known as Tau Devi Lal, was the opposition leader. He was the opposition leader at that time. He led Nyay Yudh, struggle for justice, and formed a new party named Lok Dal, and his party joined other opposition parties or made coalition government alliance with other parties against the Congress in the next elections. So to come in power, Chaudhry Devilal and his party leaders means they promised Haryana voters or the people of the state that his government would waive the loan of peasants or farmers or small businessmen, and he promised that this would be the first work of the government if people will give him majority in next elections. Means these promises were made by him before the elections to attract the voters of the state that his party or government would waive the loans of the peasants. Means peasants as well as small businessmen, means their complete loan which they had taken from the state government for their agriculture, for their small businesses, means that entire loan would be waived off, or they would not be required to submit that loan to the government. And he also said that this would be the first work of his government after coming to the power. And ultimately what happened, elections were held. In elections, this party, Lok Dal party, this Lok Dal party and its allies won 76 seats out of 90. There are 90 seats in Haryana state in the state legislative assembly elections for MLAs. So out of 90 seats, here you can see total seats are 90 in state legislative assembly. This Lok Dal and allies, means this party and allies, some other parties, they won 76, means clear cut majority. Even this Lok Dal party won 60 seats out of 90 and got clear majority in the assembly elections. Congress party could win only 5 seats that time because people were attracted by the promises made by the leader Chaudhry Devilal, one of the famous leader in Haryana. Ultimately, after getting the majority of his seats, his party members, they were invited by governor of the state, and Chaudhry Devilal, he became the chief minister of Haryana. Means in 1987 he became the chief minister of Haryana. His government issued government order waiving the outstanding loans of small farmers, agricultural laborers and small businessmen. Means whatever promises were made by him before the elections, Chaudhry Devilal and his party, his government fulfilled those promises in the first instance only. His party ruled for 4 years in Haryana, means from that election 1987 to 1991, but in the next elections held in 1991, after 4 years only, it could not complete 5 years tenure, this party could not get full majority, and again Congress party formed the government. Here, after reading this example of Haryana state, we may say that people are very powerful in the country. They can change the government if they are not satisfied with the government policies. Here, all the parties and their leaders, they are given independence, freedom to contest the elections and win election for the next turn. Now coming to the main points of this chapter after this example. First is, why do we need elections? You must note down these points in your notebook. First of all, why do we need? What is the basic requirement of these elections? Because there are countries where election is not required. You might have heard that before independence in our country we were ruled by colonial powers. In the same way, there are some countries in the world which are having dictatorship, which are having only one party rule, that party is ruling from last many years, or monarchy, kingship is there. So here the point is that why these elections are required in a country. As you all know, when we discussed democratic way of government, in why democracy, what is the need of democracy in the country, we discussed that free and independent elections, that is one of the main key feature of democracy. Without free elections, without freedom to the people for electing their leaders, means there can't be any democracy. So the first point is, in elections, people elect their representative of their choice. Means people get choice of electing their representative. This is the first and foremost point. Second, people can choose leaders for making laws. They choose those leaders who make laws for them, because without laws, a country can't be governed. A set of laws is required for the nation. Third, people can choose leaders who form the government. Means by elections, leaders are elected who form the government to run the country and administration. People can choose leaders who take major decisions. Major decisions are taken by the political leaders in case of any natural calamity, emergency, or for the development of the nation. So those leaders are elected by the people through the elections. People can choose their best political parties and their policies. They get choice of choosing their political party and their policies which can give benefit to the people, which is public friendly. People can change the government. By elections only people can change the government. Otherwise, only one party will rule the government for long time. So elections must be held regularly. People get choice of change their leaders in the next elections. Even not only the government, they get choice to change their leader of their constituency, so that in next elections they can change him. So these are the important points, that why do we need elections. Next point is, what makes an election democratic? What are the ways, what are the steps through which elections can become democratic? So first and foremost is one person, one vote and one value. This is one of the basic characteristic of democracy, that there has to be one person, one vote, and the value of that vote should be one. There are some countries we discussed in what is democracy and why democracy chapter, that there are countries where people, they do not give equal right to the indigenous and others. Second one is free and fair elections. During the elections there should not be any pressure on the people or the voters. Elections must be free and fair. Third one, at regular intervals. It should not happen that elections are irregular in a state or nation. These must be held regularly after a span of timing, maybe 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. It may be different in different countries. Candidate preferred by the people should get elected. Means the candidate who is elected by the people, that candidate must be given power to form the government. Parties and candidates should be free to contest elections and should offer some real choice to the voters. Means it should not happen that only one party candidate is contesting election again and again and people are not getting choice. So here candidates, there must be internal democracy in political parties. Coming to our next slide, before proceeding to this chapter, we must read these important terms of glossary. First one is constituency. Constituency is a geographical area in which people, they are giving their vote to their candidate, or voters in the geographical area who elect a representative to the legislative bodies. It may be for the panchayats, for state assemblies and for the parliament. Some constituencies, these areas may be small, some may be large, but these constituencies are decided on the basis of the number of votes in that area. Second one is model code of conduct. Model of code of conduct refers to a set of norms and guidelines which are to be followed by political parties and contesting candidates in elections. During elections, these has to be followed. Next one, level playing field. Level playing field means all the candidates, they must be given equal opportunities to attract the voters and to contest the election during the campaigns. Next is incumbent. As we discussed in the first slide, that ruling party which is in power, that is called incumbent. Rigging refers to fraud or malpractices during the elections, generally booth capturing, bribery cases. These are rigging cases. Turnout, the percentage of eligible voters who cast their votes in an election. For example, we discussed that 60% votes are polled. So total number of percentage of eligible voters who cast their votes in the elections, if we say it is 167 people voted, then we may say 67%. Coming to our next slide, is it good to have political competition? Because some people, they believe that political competition is not required. One party which is in power or the leaders who are in power, they should continue. So is it good? Here are some points that if there is no competition, then what will happen? Without any election or competition, political competition, elections will become useless. There would be no use of elections if there is no political competition. There has to be multi-party system in the country. There has to be regular elections. There has to be different parties, candidates. People will not get choice of good leaders. If there is no competition, people will get only same leader continuously. They will not get any choice among the leaders. So by the competition, they can have different leaders after a span of time. Only one party will remain in power. As we have seen the example of China, that Chinese Communist Party that is in power So in that there is no use of elections. So if there is no political competition, one party will remain in power for a long time. Leaders, they will not have fear of losing in next elections. They will do work as per their own choice, not as per the interests of the people. Therefore, political competition in a country is very much required. Coming to our next slide, that is related to demerits of this electoral competition. We discussed some of the merits, that why we need political competition or this electoral competition, but there are some demerits also. People believe that it creates a sense of disunity, division and ugliness, that due to these competitions, people, they do not give preference to the national interests, they give preference to their own personal interests. They use rigging methods, malpractices, corruptions. They feel that they will remain in power for a very short span of timing, hence they use very cheap methods during that period. Allegations on each other, political leaders, they blame other leaders, they blame, you can say, people, they made allegations on them for their political rivalry. Long-term policies are not formulated by the leaders, because leaders, they know very well that their tenure is of 5 years only, so they do not make long-term policies which are beneficial to the people. They make very short policies. Some good leaders, they do not enter in politics because of power play and money power. Means in political competition, some good leaders, those who are poor or those who are not having power in their hand, muscle power, manpower, they do not win the competitions. Now, some of the ways of improvement, people believe that there has to be some ways in the politics or in these elections. The first one, they suggested that we must improve the knowledge of the leaders, those who are ruling in the nation. There has to be a reward for the leaders, those who are doing good work, so that they can get good spirit of work. There has to be punishment for the corrupted and those leaders who are indulged in bribery cases. So these are some of the ways and steps by which we can improve the system. Next one, we will discuss about the general elections, which is the part of this chapter, that when elections are held in all the constituencies or geographical areas which are decided for the election process at the same time, either on the same day or within a few days or months. You might have seen that in our country, elections are generally held on the regular basis. Dates are declared by the Election Commission. It may take some days or months state-wise, or if it is state level legislative assembly elections, it may take district-wise. So generally, in general elections are held within few days. So this is called general elections. By-elections, when election is held for one constituency because of any leader's death, resignation of a member or representative, when the member of that legislative assembly, member of parliament or member of state, member of panchayati Raj election systems, means that dies or resigns, in that case by-elections are held. In this part of the online video, we have discussed only these points. Although what is our system of election, that is left, we will discuss in our next slide about the electoral constituencies, about the reserve constituencies, voters list, then nomination of candidates, elections, polling, campaign, and results. Means all these points we will discuss in the next slide. We will discuss the role of Independent Election Commission. So keep watching these videos and get the benefit. Thank you very much. Write your all main points in your notebook so that you can learn these points. Thank you.